Welcome to Trigonometry. My name is Dr. Thomas Sprague, and it's my job today to welcome you to the course and help you to get off to a great start to the semester. Before I do that, let me just say how pleased I am to know that you have signed up for this course in trigonometry. Trigonometry is a very interesting subject, but it's also one that is very practical. For instance, maybe you've heard that if someone is driving their car, say, with a cell phone on, and two different cell phone towers pick up the signal from that phone at the same time, then the location of that phone at the moment the signals are received can be exactly pinpointed in space. How is that done? Well, it's done with trigonometry. But trigonometry is used in all kinds of science and engineering applications, not just with cell phone. For instance, the recording that you're listening to right now has been digitized. How is that process of converting the analog signal to a digital signal so that it can be stored and transferred with a computer? How is that done? Well, it's done with the two simplest functions of trigonometry, the sine and the cosine. So there's just all kinds of applications to this subject, and I think you're going to find that it really raises the level of the kind of problems that you're able to work on. But trigonometry is also the gateway to all of the higher level mathematics that's used in science and engineering. So this course is just going to open up doors for you so that you'll be able to study subjects with real understanding that you wouldn't be able to get if you hadn't studied trigonometry. So I'm glad you're here. Let's start by learning a little bit about how the Blackboard course is organized. Now, you're going to be actually working with two different platforms in this course, Blackboard and with Alex. So we're looking at Blackboard right now, and I'll show you how to find your way around in this course. When you log on to Blackboard, you'll see all of your courses that are available, and here is the trigonometry course. When you log into the course each day, you'll see that the announcements of the day and those of the past will be right up front, so you'll be able to stay current with all of the information that your instructor is sharing with you. When you come into Blackboard, it's either going to look like my screen does right now, or it might be that you see a menu over on the left-hand side. For those of you who are familiar with Blackboard, this is nothing new, but if you're not, if your menu disappears, just know that you can always get it back by hovering over the edge, finding that little arrow and clicking on it, and your menu will come right back there. This first announcement is mentioning that there is a Zoom meeting, and that is the first meeting of the class. The first meeting of the class will be on Monday, August 31. The class actually starts at 6:15 p.m., but the Zoom room will be open at about 6 o'clock. What you want to do is look into your email, where you would have probably already received this invitation, but if you didn't, come right here and grab it from the announcements. You can click on this link that allows you to register with Zoom, and from that you'll get the link that you need to get into the class. Now, the welcome to the course is posted right here, and it's going to tell you that there is an orientation lesson that you should step through in order to be prepared for the class on Monday night. So if we just click on this link right here, it's going to take us to the orientation lesson. But let me just mention that there's typically more than one way to find your way around in Blackboard, and you could also get that by clicking on assignments. And you'll see all the folders in here, and the first one is the orientation lesson. Now, I won't walk through all of this with you right now, but I am asking you to have a look at this and to follow each one of these steps. It's going to tell you what you need to do to get signed up for your Alex course as well, and it'll point you to places to get help if you need that to get started. This getting help is for general things, but there is also help on getting signed up with Alex if you need that. And all the text here will explain exactly what you need to know in order to do that. A couple of other things you ought to know about. Over here, you'll see that there is a folder for the syllabus and the schedule. If you just click on that syllabus, you'll be able to load it up and view it. And that's got all of the information for like policies of the course. My email address, for instance, is in there. And also, you'll find information on grading and the ALEX course itself, how to sign up for that. That's repeated in here, but it's also here's the course code right here, and it's also in the orientation lesson though. So the information is in more than one place. In that very same folder, syllabus and schedule, you'll find, of course, the schedule. And this is very handy for keeping track of where you're at in the course. So this is laid out according to what needs to be done each week. When you read this, always be sure to look at the current week and the week that comes after, because, for instance, there's a quiz here, but actually that quiz is first made available on the Sunday before the Monday that this week starts on. So it's not real clean and easy to divide this exactly into weeks, and therefore it makes a lot of sense if you're looking like at week 2, you look before, you look after, and you can see how everything fits together. So moving back to the orientation lesson, this is going to tell you how to sign up for your ALEX course, and there's a detailed information and a short explanation. The short explanation is right here, so let me show you how you can use this to sign up for ALEX. You're going to need that course code right there because that tells which course you want to sign up for. And then you can just go to alex.com. If you already have an account here, you'll be able to sign in. But if you want to sign up for a course, you just click this yellow button here to sign up. You tell it the course code. That's what I just copied. And if I continue here, ALEX is going to give you a chance to confirm whether this is the course you want. And what you should be seeing is just the very thing that's showing on the screen right now. It's the Trigonometry course. It's Math 108, 6:15 to 7:45 p.m. virtual. It's section number 1718 if you care. And it's offered by Grand Rapids Community College. So when you confirm that, then you're asked either to log in or to create an account, and then eventually you need to type in your access code. The access code is essentially a receipt that shows that you've paid for the course. Now, if you don't have that just yet, you can still get started with the course. If you click here on this help with signing up for ALEX, you will find a financial aid access code right here. And if you type that in, when you're asked for an access code, this will give you access for the first 2 weeks, but only the first 2 weeks of the course. So it's intended just to give you a little bit of space so that you can get your finances in order, maybe waiting for your financial aid to come through, and then get that access code and sign in. When you buy the access code, by the way, make sure that you're buying a code for ALEX 360 and not for just the plain ALEX. ALEX 360 will give you access to a textbook that's integrated into the course, and then you don't have to buy a paper one. Okay, the last thing I need to tell you is that when you first log into ALEX, you'll be given an opportunity to take a little tutorial that'll show you how to use some of the tools that are in ALEX. It's a good idea to do that. It does not take very long at all. I'll skip it. And then you're going to be presented with the opportunity to start your knowledge check. Now, what the knowledge check is going to do is Alex is going to ask you a number of questions, and this could be fairly short to fairly long, depending on how much you know. Alex will be asking questions to try to assess, get to know your level of skill, where you're starting at in the course. Once that's done, then you'll be presented with the opportunity to start the lessons. Now, on my account, I have the ability to simulate what different kinds of students might see. So I'm going to say, suppose we had someone who knew a little bit about trigonometry, but not a lot. It'll simulate that. And once that knowledge check is done, you're going to get what's known as the Alex pie. It's a pie graph that just, it looks at different areas of the course. This one, for instance, is on algebra and geometry review. A person who answered all of those questions correctly, Alex would tell them, well, of these 26 topics, you've mastered them all. And then the next topic is equations and inequalities. Well, they've mastered 8 of those topics, but there are 2 that they still need to learn, and that's what's going on here with the gray. That's indicating some topics need still to be learned, whereas in this sector, the person knew them all. There are other sectors, for instance, this one here on triangles and vectors, and we can see that by scrolling down a little bit. Of those 10 topics, they haven't mastered any yet at all. So as you continue through the course, this pie is going to fill out, and getting everything done is a major goal for the course. So that's really what you need to do in order to get started in the course, and I will see you on Monday night, and basically we're just going to continue. So welcome to the course. I'm glad you're here, and look forward to meeting you a little bit more in person through Zoom at our class meetings.